Let me tell you a secret. Wars are being fought for your attention. And today we're going to be looking at the new war that's been going on, as well as looking back to see what we can learn from past wars. The new battlefield is on YouTube, and it involves one really annoying tactic.
Top of the morning, Chilanis. My name is Top of the morning, Chilanis.
Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing? I picked up the camera. Yo, what is up, guys? Back for another video.
Yo, it's your wake. It's all legitimacy. It's all legitimacy. It's all legitimacy.
Welcome to the Excitement Wars, where fake excitement and hype draws in more viewers and gets people to watch longer. If you want to be a part of this, you have to get excited, like really excited. In fact, if they think you're going to have a seizure or a heart attack, that's about the right level. But even though that will get views, I don't think fake excitement is a good thing. It eventually makes excitement and hype on YouTube meaningless because everyone is overusing it. But I'm not going to hate on any individual, they're just playing the system, exploiting a weakness in our attention. I just want to talk about the potential effects and what we can do about it. Because believe it or not, we've already seen this war play out before. Twice. Both of them bear striking resemblances to the Excitement Wars, and I think we can examine them to learn lessons about our own wars today. Have you ever heard of the loudness wars? It started in the 1940s when sound engineers began to realize that louder music stands out on jukeboxes, so they began telling the record labels to record louder. So people started overusing compressors to artificially raise the volume of their whole song to be as loud as possible. And the reason raising the volume artificially matters is because it destroys something called dynamic range. Basically, that's the difference between the quietest and loudest part of a song and is hugely responsible for conveying emotion and tone. The problem with the loudness wars is, as Matt Mayfield puts it,
when there's no quiet, there can be no loud.
The first few seconds of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony illustrates this really well. Pay close attention to the volume and how it affects the tone of the piece. The reason you can really feel those loud moments is because of the quiet ones right before it. And we can see these peaks and valleys of intensity in the visual waveform of a song. Here's a song before the loudness wars really escalated, and here's a waveform during the loudness wars. Simultaneously, as the loudness wars were going on, there was a similar war going on in the media. A war of sensationalism. With Fox News being one of the first 24-hour news networks founded in 1996, people soon became aware that sensationalist, even partisan shows got a lot more views than moderate, even-handed ones. Because of this, several similar news programs were created on the other side of the aisle, both sides vying for the attention of the television viewer. This escalation in sensationalism resulted in news clips like this.
Does this offend you? This word, a lot of people are shocked.
A massive gas line ruptures. Could it happen in your neighborhood?
Marijuana. Could it be in your neighborhood?
Is America ready?
Is the U.S. next?
Is America dangerously underprepared?
The flip-flop is the new sneaker, but behind this sandal lurks serious danger.
Not only lack of sleep that could kill you, it's sleeping too much.
And no one critiqued the dangers of this hyper-sensationalism better than Jon Stewart.
If we amplify everything, we hear nothing.
Sounds a little bit like Matt Mayfield. He echoes this thought later in an interview.
Now the problem is, how do you keep people watching it? OJ's not going to kill someone every day. So that's gone. So what do you have to do? You have to elevate the passion of everything else that happens that might even be somewhat mundane, and elevate it to the extent that this is breaking news. The aggregate effect of that is that you begin to lose the lexicon. You begin to lose any meaning of what breaking news means, or urgent, or look at this, or dangerous. You know, this is an arms race. The language then has to become sharper, louder, to cut through more and more of the noise. And what I'm saying is, maybe there is a way to not engage in the idea, not to accept the premise.
In Jon Stewart's mind, the news had become an arms race to become more sensationalist, fantastic than the rest, but it resulted in a loss of fidelity of what is important. Just like the loudness wars, the sensationalist wars were obliterating the crescendos of real-life news by amplifying everything into meaninglessness. And now we come back to the excitement wars. All of these guys are emotional actors playing to what they know that we want. But just like in media and news, it's getting to the point where we can no longer distinguish what is actually fun and exciting because people play everything up as if it were so exciting. But maybe we don't have to accept the premise. Here's something to remember. These wars eventually get played out. People get sick of the escalation and insanity of it. And we can see these effects happening in the loudness wars, where we've seen a reduction in overcompression since 2005. We've also seen a similar reaction in the sensationalist wars with the rise in popularity of websites like PolitiFact, FactCheck, and All Sides that seek to lessen the sensationalism in politics and seek unbiased. We will never be rid of people trying to exploit our biases, whether it be towards volume, sensationalism, or excitement. But thankfully, we can vote with our views to not pay attention to those people. These wars are going to keep going, but we don't have to be a part of it.
What's up?
Hey, thanks for watching that video. We just hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel, which is completely amazing. I never thought I would be there. And thanks so much to those of you who have been sharing my videos, liking them, commenting on them. That just means so much to the channel and really helps my channel grow. I try not to use clickbait or too much like kind of tricks, so I really rely on you guys to get the word out there kind of organically. So thank you so much to those of you who have done it and are going to continue to do that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know what you want to see next.